This past Monday night was an evening of glitz and glamour at Heritage Park Baptist Church as BCAT volunteers and their friends and families walked the red carpet, dined on food from a number of Burlington's great restaurants, and watched an extensive award show. It was BCAT's 2016 annual meeting and appreciation night, and a good time was had by all. The event began with Board President Brad Bond updating the crowd on what's new at BCAT, including our renovated van with a mobile studio. He also talked about improvements in the BCAT facilities here in the high school.
The other major project that we completed this year was our studio and control room upgrades. We're now 100% HD in our studio. Took a bunch of years, but we got there.
Then it was on to the awards. There were too many given out that night to cover them all here, but we can take a look at some of the highlights. First up was the newest member of the BCAT team, Kris Clarity, who won the award for post-production editing excellence for his piece, Disney Store Opening. Here's Kris accepting his award.
I guess it's appropriate. My socks are not only BCAT red, but they got Mickey Mouse on them.
Yes.
Thank you to Corey for running the camera for me that day. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to the Disney Store for being so nice and allowing us to film in there. And nobody tell the corporation, because then the mouse is going to want some residuals. But thank you, and I look forward to filming more events like this for BCAT in the coming years.
Our B News weatherman Peter Brown, new to the team this year, won for on-camera excellence.
I want to thank everybody and the BCAT staff and everything. This is my first year doing this, and I've got to say it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to work with an amazingly talented staff and all of the personalities that work here. And I really just have to say thank you all, and I hope you really enjoy that weather I gave you tonight.
There were 2 Viewer Choice Awards voted on by members of the Burlington community. The winner of the Viewer Choice Award for a series went to the talk show Burlington and Beyond. The show brings in guests to discuss items in the news and talk about what's going on in town and around the world. The Viewer Choice Award for a BCAT special went to Maureen Spencer and Karen Baker for their work on A Taste of Burlington, the Chamber of Commerce's annual event bringing many of Burlington's restaurants together for an evening of food sampling and sharing drinks. One of the biggest awards that night was the Student Grant, awarded to high school senior and dedicated BCAT volunteer Phil Arcaro. Now, we didn't tell Phil ahead of time he was going to win this award, but something tells us he thought he had a good shot at it.
Thank you guys so much. I didn't bring my speech, which was originally on paper, so thank God for smartphones.
He came
Good
prepared.
evening. First off, I'll start the thank yous. I would like to thank my parents, for without them, I wouldn't be here in both the figurative and literal sense. You might
Very
be wondering,
prepared.
how exactly did you get here? Well, I'll tell you. It was my freshman year of high school. Next year, Mike came along. Although the team went 2-9 that year, the season had some interesting moments. From the lone road win at Stoneham that we celebrated like we won the state championship, historic season. I couldn't believe it. It was over in a blink of an eye, but I had a great time doing it. In the words of Dr. Seuss, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And I have a great big smile on my face. Thank you so much, everyone.
Our volunteer of the year was BHS freshman James Hurley, host of James's House of Rock and director of many of BCAT's shows, often including B News Weekly.
Thank you, everybody, so much. Since discovering BCAT in 6th grade, I have let it involve my entire life, and that is completely okay with me. It has been a fantastic ride. I'd like to thank the entire staff of BCAT for this, and I'd like just thank everybody here in the crowd that came out tonight for this wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Finally, the biggest honor of the evening, the Lifetime Achievement Award, went to longtime volunteer and Board of Directors member Virginia Mooney. We started by taking a look back on her work over the years.
People can do to help you.
I hope you enjoyed the tour of the new police station.
Welcome to Starbright. My name is Virginia Mooney, and I'm your hostess for Starbright. Starbright is for you, a place for you to showcase your talent. It costs you nothing but your time and your talent.
My heart's pounding. Thank you very much for all the years that you've contended with me. That was really wonderful. I know many of you out there remember my shows, but I mean, now I'm retired. I think. But I thank you very much. It's wonderful. I'm so surprised.
From the BCAT Annual Meeting and Appreciation Night, I'm B News Director Rich Hosford. Back to you in the studio.